So part of what I did when I rented the excavator for the week was I just dug up what's going to be future garden, put a few posts in, and we're going to be putting that fence you can kind of see on the end. We'll put that around there just to protect it from deer and stuff. I had a little bit of poly, so I thought I'd put it on top here, and I got to kind of solarize this and start to cook the weeds and the grass out. And I don't know if we'll be planting this year, to be honest. We might have to do this and get the whole thing covered just to make sure that the soil is good use. All right, happy present day. So we finally picked up our flooring. So pull it out, make it a little more obvious what it looks like, but it's pretty cool. It's going to be glue down, so we're gonna have to buy glue and stuff for it. Picked up a little air compressor and comes with a brad nailer. So yeah, gonna put that in. And here's our box of handles that we bought from Amazon for the kitchen drawers and cabinets and stuff. So hopefully we get what we ordered. It's always a roll of the dice with that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, happy us day. So here is the handles, the cabinet hardware. We got a really good deal on them. So they look pretty good. It looks like, I think currently the holes in the drawer that we have in the cabinets are 3 1/8 of an inch apart. And these are exactly 3 inches apart. So I'm going to have to fill in the holes and paint it all and then re-drill new holes and just basically realign it 1/8 of an inch over or 1/16 of an inch each way. So yeah, it's mildly annoying, but we don't have a whole ton of drawers and stuff to do. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's a pretty good price for 30 of them. I think it barely cost us $1 a unit. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting those put on. Okay, well,
And go.
well, I kind of mentioned before that we got lucky here, that we didn't realize there was a water line running up through here. So I hit it with the excavator. There was no water gushing out, but I found it, kind of traced it back and found where we were able to turn it on. And so I just put an elbow on the bottom and then connected a vertical piece and basically put a spigot on there so that we now have access using it like a hose. So it's obviously pretty good water pressure.
Yeah.
This is all actually almost coming back uphill from down there.
Yeah.
So we got enough water pressure that it,
That's going
that's
pretty
probably
far.
50 PSI still. So, but yeah, so that makes it so that we can, in the future, put a solid PVC on there, vertical pipe, put a 4x4 post, and make it so that that spigot is nicely locked in. Have it stand a little bit higher up. Okay. And then that will run to the back of the trailer for providing water there. We'll have an extra spigot on it so that we can use it to, if we have to water any plants or anything over here, we can just attach it to the spigot.
Yeah.
Leave it rolled up over here and water stuff. And yeah, the kind of investigating the situation with I dug up the pipe for the septic over there. You can see a black pipe probably barely in there.
Yeah.
But that's probably going to be too low. I'm going to have to put a new pipe in, put it higher up, which means the 6-inch pipe, feed pipe I have through here is probably too low as well. So I'm going to have to bring both of them up. And that will drain into our septic and then it comes out. So I pulled this out a little further. We can maybe see it. This is the pipe that I think used to be the inlet before. Now it's the out pipe, which will run to what I've buried as our leach field. So that's why, because this side is going to have to come up a little bit so that it's got a nice down into these. And that's why that side's got to go a little higher, because that side has to be higher than this side.
Right.
So
Okay.
there is some work to do. Like I said, inside the pit. So like things that I thought were like a solid metal post was actually just turned to, I think it might have been old roots and stuff that were in there. So I'm gonna have to go in there and cut out some of the roots, seal it up so that it's closed properly, and then put in our inlet and outlet so that it actually has the proper kind of piping in there so that it'll drain properly without taking in solids and putting solids into the leach field.
Right.
So
fun stuff.
Yeah, but the whole area, like I said, I'm going to build it up higher. So I'll build a box over this, build a box up about this high, and then the lid will go on there, and then this will all be a lot higher soil. It'll be a mound. So it'll make for, a little bit more water saturation, allow for a garden in here. And it'll keep this sealed so that if it ever does get cold, we don't have to worry about the top layer freezing up because it's minus 15 here.
Right.
Because it'll still be a couple of feet below the ground. I think the frost line here is about 2.5 feet. So.
All right.
Yeah. So, and then it kind of mapped out this area here for the string line kind of denotes the deck plus the trailer area. That's about how big it'll be.
Perfect.
It's one big unburnt stump that I will bury in this hole here.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I've got a trailer update. I feel like nothing has changed and a whole bunch has changed all at the same time. I think that's kind of just how renos sort of start to feel. I'm also coming to you from a slightly different location. We are halfway between the house and where the trailer will be permanently, which is up that little dirt road there that we dug with the excavator about 2 weeks ago now. You can't really see the top, but that's kind of the top of our property. So that is where the trailer will be going. That will be the area where we will be developing the vacation rental and all of its amenities. But right now we are between the house and I don't want to say final resting spot, but that's kind of what it is. So we are going to do a quick little update of everything that's been going on in here since I last updated you, which feels like a long time ago now. First big update, we have flooring. Shawn mentioned when we received it, I was actually away, so he went to go pick it up because it was delivered to the Rona in Nelson. So there it is. Well, there's one box of it. We've got quite a few boxes of it. So we just put one of them in here so we could do some measuring for stuff and to kind of see what it looked like with the paint, with the other wood we've got going on here. And we think it's going to look really, really good. We're both really excited about this. Get a little closer. So yeah, I just think it looks spectacular. I think it's going to look so good in here. It's a glue down, like we mentioned. So we're kind of just figuring some stuff out, measuring some stuff still. We're still a little ways off from doing the floor. That will probably be happening in the next 2 weeks, I want to say, probably end of May, beginning of June. We still have some prep work to do, as you can see. But yeah, we're really, really excited about the floor. So that's the first big update, is we have flooring. We have also started to, I was going to say stain, that's not the right word, but to seal, I guess, to seal in the beautiful, beautiful reclaimed barnwood countertop here in the kitchen. So Shawn has been using a polyurethane. You can kind of see there's a little bit of a sheen on it, and it is a lot smoother. He's done about 6 coats, and I don't think we're even totally done. We've even sort of batted around the idea of using an epoxy on it. He did a table a couple of months ago, and he did an epoxy top on it, and it was really, really nice. There's not a lot of counter space, so it's probably pretty feasible, and it looks really good. The effect is really nice, and it makes it a little bit more durable for sure. But even just with the polyurethane, I think it looks really beautiful. It brings out this really nice deep color in the wood. You see all the different details, which is super, super cool. And I think it looks amazing as is. So if we can stick with the polyurethane, that would be great, because epoxy can be quite a lengthy process. But if we have to, we have to. If we stick with the polyurethane, I think it looks friggin' amazing. Looks so, so beautiful. Obviously very noticeable. We have started painting the banquette and the kitchen cabinets and cabinet area. I don't know what you want to call it. With this really beautiful blue that we chose that looks even better than we thought it was going to look. And we also weren't totally sure what we were going to do with the fridge, because it had that kind of really dated sort of wood paneling, but it paints really well. And we think that looks really cool. So this is just one coat. I think we've done one coat here, definitely one coat here. I think 2 coats here, maybe even here. But even with just one coat, it covers everything up really nicely. You can still see some of the kind of the panel showing through. So this is probably going to be a 2, maybe 3 coat job, but I think it looks really cool. I think that was a great idea. We weren't really sure what to do, but I think it makes it look really neat and very clean and very matchy. Yeah, so the blue is beautiful. It's kind of like this dusty medium blue. I think it looks great. I'm so excited about it. That compared to, or combined with, all the sort of different kinds of woods and wood finishes and the floor, I think it all just looks really, really, really amazing. So I'm really excited to kind of see this keep coming together. Next update I have is our little coffee bar is slowly but surely coming together. So that's what this area here is going to be. This shelf and these other shelves, I guess. And this bigger countertop almost shelf, and then these smaller shelves. And this is the wall that Shawn has, that he has framed out and started to cover in here. Obviously not finished, but we just wanted to get an idea of what the shelf area, coffee bar area was going to look like. And it looks friggin' amazing. We're not even anywhere close to done. There's the ceiling, the weird ceiling. You can see we're nowhere close to done, but we're getting kind of an idea of what this is going to look like. And I think it's going to look super cool. It fits perfectly like a single cup Keurig, which is probably what we're gonna get for this corner here. And then we have an area for, just walked into the table. We have an area for mugs, glasses, that kind of stuff. We just kind of kitted out as a little coffee bar, or a bar, who knows. Definitely a coffee bar for sure. That was the plan from the start. But yeah, so that's coming together nicely as well. And Shawn he's so flippin' talented, has done these little shelves here that look great. And I think everything you guys are seeing, aside from, obviously you can tell the wall the area here where the fireplace will go, that's new wood that we have purchased, but the countertop, this here, this tabletop here is all wood we found around the property. A lot of it is from, I don't think I've shown this to you guys yet, from a really old little barn that we have that's a little bit further up the way. So we found a lot of stuff there that we've just salvaged, and Shawn has done a very amazing job of refinishing and putting together and creating all sorts of different textures and finishes that I think are going to look amazing. Not even think, I know they're going to look amazing. And I know we sort of worried that maybe mixing so much wood, you know, we got different wood here and we got different wood there and there, and the floor obviously is a different finish, was going to look too chaotic. But I don't think it will, because everything just looks, to me, looks so rich and so beautiful. And I think it's going to create kind of a really eclectic and warm and luxurious space. So really, really excited. I'm excited about everything. I can't stop talking about it. I'm sure that's going to get annoying. All right, moving on. I'm cautious to show you the bathroom because we've done nothing with it except prime the walls. I also have this big pallet of flooring to get around. Nothing new here. Patched up some areas of the walls. We primed some areas. It looks crazy. It's such a small space that I don't really worry about it too much. We kind of want to do a lot of other stuff in sort of the main area before we get to some of this. I don't think it will be hard to do. We're going to replace the toilet. We're going to put on a new little countertop with a sink. We're going to paint the shower/tub area, put on new fixtures, new hardware, that kind of thing, new lighting. We're going to do something really cool with the ceiling because can't have that hanging out. But yeah, I'm not super pressed about the bathroom right now because it is such a small space. Probably the biggest change soon will be putting flooring. We'll be putting flooring in this very small little area here. But yeah, nothing really crazy going on here. Shawn has started to frame out the bed, as you can see, just so we can sort of have an idea of what this space will look like, how it'll be utilized. As you can see here, he used some flooring to see kind of just the height difference it would create with the bed. I mean, obviously you wouldn't think it would be much, but it all makes a difference. So he just did that to sort of measure some stuff out. But yeah, that's the beginning of the bed. And the walls in here, I don't think really anything has changed. They've been a little primed, they've been patched up. But yeah, so nothing super different in this area. But it's all coming along. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on back here at the moment. Just wanted to give you a better view of the banquette here, which is that beautiful blue. The table, which you guys have already seen. Got my notes and my energy drink on there. Another kind of minor change that actually makes a huge difference. It's kind of the stuff you don't think about, but we spray painted the table leg there. It was kind of a silvery color before, and now it is a very nice, clean black, and it makes a huge difference. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but we are going to be covering this area here with flooring as well. So the flooring is going to come up onto the base, the platform where the banquette is resting. So that'll all be combined into one. Again, I think it's going to look great. We'll see when we get there. We'll see what happens. But yeah, just to give you guys a better look at this really cool area here. Again, that Shawn has built. Everything you're seeing in here, with the exception of obviously this came with the trailer, Shawn has built and put together, which is super cool and very handy and saves us a lot of money to have him around as our project manager and carpenter, and he's been the landscaping guy this week as well. So he has been very busy, and I am incredibly grateful for all that guy does. But yeah, that is the update. I guess I'll show you here. Nothing new happening here. This is, as always, our storage area as we work on the trailer. But yeah, nothing going on in this little living area just yet. I have a feeling we're going to do a lot of work in the kitchen first and kind of get that up to snuff, and then we will move over here. Obviously, we'll work over here when we're doing the flooring, but at the moment, no big changes in the, I guess you can call it living room just yet. All right, everybody, that's it for this week. We're kind of culminating week 6, 7, and 8. I was away for some of week 6 and all of week 7, so I'm here to give a update. Feels like a pretty big one. Feels like we've been trucking along at a pretty good pace. But yeah, once again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And we will see you guys for week 9. Have a great week, everybody.